Hi friends, welcome to Vidyascooking. Today I'm going to be showing you a very tasty and flavorful mutton biryani, and this turned out exactly like a restaurant which is located in Bangalore, Banashankari. It's called a ShivajiMilitary Hotel. All the biryani lovers in Bangalore love this restaurant for its biryani. Now let's look into the ingredients and process and get started. I've used very simple or locally available ingredients which is easily available. We'll start with the meat first. I've used 750 grams of meat. This meat is washed thoroughly and I've allowed all the excess moisture to drain out. So I washed the meat twice and I've reserved it. I'm using bullet rice for this recipe. You can use any short grain rice for this recipe, especially Sona Masuri and Jeera rice is best for this recipe. I'll also be using whole spices like cloves, mace, Jeera, that is cumin, fennel, Shahi Jeera, Star Anise, cinnamon, stone flower, cardamom, and bay leaf. And apart from that, I'll also be using coriander powder, turmeric powder, chili powder, and pepper powder. Now, this masala that I'm preparing, it's in bulk. I'll be using mint, coriander, chilies, onions, ginger, and garlic. All the ingredients mentioned in this video will be listed in the description box below this video. For detailed recipe, visit me on my blog. Blog link will be posted in the description box below this video, or you can click the icon above this video which will direct you to my blog. Now I'm going to start preparing the masala paste first. I've heated a pressure pan. I'm using a heavy bottom pressure cooker for preparing this masala because it has to cook evenly. We need not add any water to the masala, it has to cook on its own. So that's the reason I'm going to cook all the masalas in the pressure pan. And in using the same pressure pan, I'll also be cooking the meat. So we'll be using the same vessel and we will not be using different vessels. So I've added oil and heated the oil till it's nice and hot, and then added ginger and garlic. I fried the ginger and garlic for about 5 minutes till the garlic started to turn light pink in color. And that's when I added the whole spices. Now we need to prepare this masala paste. As we are preparing the biryani, we need to taste it and add the masala paste. Because this masala paste is already fried, we need not cook it further. We can add it as required. Now I'll be adding the whole spices to the ginger and I'll fry the spices till it starts to splutter. Once it starts to splutter, the cumin, fennel, and shahi jeera should start to splutter. And once it starts to splutter, I'll be adding the sliced onions, chilies, mint, and coriander. So the chilies also, depending on the heat, you have to add it. If it's too spicy, you add a little bit of chilies. Otherwise, you can increase your chili and heat level. So that's the reason I'm giving you a proportion that you can adjust and you can prepare. But it totally depends on your taste and preference. We like it extraordinary spicy, so that's the reason I've added extra chilies. Now I'll be adding the onions, and I'll fry the onions, chilies, coriander, mint. I'll fry the onions till it's nice and light brown in color. So this masala paste you can prepare in bulk and you can store it in the freezer, and you can also use this masala paste to prepare chicken gravies. So it is not going to go waste. You can freeze this masala paste even if it's excess. So once the onions have fried thoroughly, I'm just going to remove it and reserve it on a plate and allow it to cool down before I start grinding it into a smooth paste. Now in the same pressure cooker, I'm going to add a little bit of oil and start frying the mutton. I'll also add the spice powders, turmeric powder, coriander powder, chili powder, pepper powder, and salt. The mutton should start releasing its own moisture. That's when we'll add water and we'll cook the meat. I've added 1 tablespoon salt. So while my meat is frying, I'm just going to start preparing the masala paste. Now the masala has cooled down. I'll be adding it to a mixer jar and I'll grind it into a smooth paste. You can add just a small splash of water. Don't add too much of water and dilute your masala. Grind it as smooth as possible. Now once the masala paste has ground, I've just reserved half of the masala. I'll be using it accordingly. The rest of the masala you can freeze it. Now the meat has fried and you can see there is a lot of moisture which the meat has released. At that point I'll be adding half of the masala paste. I'll just mix the meat and the masala till well combined, and at this point I've added water, 2.5 cups of water. I'll cover the pressure cooker and allow this meat to cook for 3 whistles. I'm cooking this meat on high flame for 3 whistles. It might take 3 to 4 whistles. Accordingly, you have to cook the meat till it's tender. So while my meat is cooking, I'm just going to start washing the rice and soaking it. So at this point I've washed my rice thrice and I've soaked it in water. So once the meat is done, we can assemble the rice. Now the meat has cooked till it's tender. I'm just draining out the meat and reserving it on a plate. And the reason I'm doing this is because I need to measure the broth. Now I'm going to start preparing the biryani. I've heated a pressure cooker. This is 7-liter pressure cooker. So the meat is 750 grams and the rice is 500 grams. I'm using a 7-liter pressure cooker. And in the pressure cooker I've added Vanaspati or dalda, and I've also added oil. Please don't use ghee for this recipe. Ghee will overpower the other spices and you'll have a very heavy sort of a biryani. Don't use ghee, use dalda. And once the dalda and oil is nicely heated, I've added a bay leaf and I'm frying that bay leaf for a minute. And now I'll be adding about 3 tablespoons of the masala paste that I prepared. I'll fry the masala paste. I'll also add half a teaspoon of turmeric powder. We need to fry the masala paste and turmeric powder till the raw flavor has reduced. And I'll add the meat now, which I drained and reserved, and I'll fry the meat in this masala paste. Recipe in detail will be on my blog, friends. Blog link will be in the description box below this video, or you can click the icon above this video which will direct you to my blog. Also like me and follow me on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. All the links to my social media will also be in the description box below this video. The same recipe is also translated and posted in YouTube Tamil. YouTube Tamil link will also be in the description box below this video. Now once I finish frying the meat, I've drained the excess water from the rice and I've added the rice to the meat. The reason why I fried the meat in that masala is because the meat will be flavorful and very tasty. Because the meat has released all its juices in that broth. So once you fry it in the masala, it will have that extra taste. Now I've measured and added the broth and water. Now the rice and broth measure is, if your rice is 1 cup, add 1.5 cups of liquid. That is the broth and water combined. Now this is 3.5 cups of rice that I've measured in a coffee tumbler. I've roughly added about 5.5 cups of liquid. Now I've added salt as per taste, given it a good stir. I'll be placing a cover and a whistle, and I'll cook this for 3 whistles. This is on high flame that I'm cooking the biryani. It's not on medium flame. So after 3 whistles, my biryani is done. Once I finish mixing the biryani, friends, I've gone ahead and served it. Do try this recipe, friends, and post your comments. Also share me your photographs, your creations, whatever recipes you've tried from my channel. Do share me your creations. I'll post all your photographs on my social media. So I've gone ahead and served my biryani with boiled eggs, some cucumber, sliced cucumber, onion rings, and lime wedges. It turned out excellent. Do try this recipe, friends. If you enjoyed watching this video recipe, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to me for more recipes. Also share this recipe with a biryani lover, and I'll be seeing you soon with the next recipe video. This is Vidya Lakshmi. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.